And also thank you, Mr. Niro, for hosting us. I came here today on the train and reminded me a lot of my first few years when I arrived here to the United States as an immigrant of color, not knowing the language and having to assimilate. It was a struggle for me. But over time, I learned how to persevere and overcome a lot of struggles and adversities, including racism, violence, crimes, to get an education. And to further my education, I joined the military. I was sent to Iraq. I fought in Iraq, came back, became a police officer, completed my education, and then I found myself at the Capitol. For the past 16 years and a half, I was a police officer where not only did I protect the Capitol once again, but I did raise my hand a couple of more times to defend it. Our Constitution, our way of life. I made this country my home, my country. And on January 6th, all that I worked for, to protect, to defend, to promote, all that was threatened. And I found myself in the middle of the mob, fighting not only for my life, but fighting for my country.
Yeah.
I risked life, limbs. I was bloody, I was sweaty, I was crying, I was fearful, but that did not stop me from doing my job. Today, if you ask some of the political officials from the Republican side, they tell me or you that January 6th was not violent, January 6th was not an insurrection, January 6th never happened, it was peaceful. If it happened, it wasn't as bad as I say it was, or I'm lying. That those people are patriots, those people who attacked the Capitol were peaceful protesters, political prisoners, tourists, and lastly, hostages. And I have to ask those people who say those things, if you give those individuals that attack not only the police officer, not only our democracy, not only our state of democracy, if you give those connotations, then who are we, the police officer? Who are we? Are we the bad guy in this story? Or were we defending the Capitol? I know that what I was doing, I was defending the country, and I think if they are condoning this type of behavior, there's no accountability, it's bound to happen again. And next time it happens, it's going to be on us for not paying attention. It's going to be on us for not doing enough to hold those who did those things, orchestrated, planned, funded, and took part in the violence or the events that happened on January 6th. Then if they're not held accountable, this is going to be bound to happen again. But I want to try to keep it short. Please hold those people accountable. I find myself in court several times a month, giving statements about what happened to me, because more than 40 people assaulted me on that day. And I happened to write a book with my co-author, Susan Shapiro. It's called American Shield. If you want to talk about it, read it at length. But I'm here to tell you that what happened to me, it did happen. It was real, it was dangerous, and if it wasn't because the action that myself and my colleagues did on January 6th, those same people who now tell you that nothing happened, they wouldn't have been alive today. So thank you. Thank you, Glenn and Robert De Niro, for hosting us and inviting us here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.